That should work perfectly. Looks beautiful. Hello, everybody. We are back for some Sunday night hanging out. Action movie world. The Ninja movie. I am your director, Wayward McShamus, along here with some of my friends to play the 1980s bad film, The Ninja Movie, which we will name before we begin. I am here with my friends, Soundwavesghost, Thaddeus Ex Machina, Mecha Meme, Fayt, and Dem. Just plain old Dem. Straight up Dem.
And that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it 2017, the comic? Are we doing that one? Are we not doing that one? I should have. Okay. Dem. All right.
It's Dem.
just Dem. All right. So anyways, as we get started here, we are playing Action Movie World. If you've never joined this or seen this before, let me just read you the blurb on the back. It is, we are playing actors who are playing characters in an action movie. And we are going to build the movie together tonight and play it tonight, possibly next Sunday, and then maybe the third Sunday after that if we need to, which will be the end of our Sunday night gaming on this channel as we move to Fridays. So we're taking it out with a bang here. Action Movie World. This is the badass role-playing game. Build a team of action stars and make the best cheesy movies a child of the VHS era can imagine. I know, I was one of those. Save the day, stop the bad guy, avenge your buddies, blow stuff up. Action Movie World First Blood contains almost everything you need to make sure that hero wins, the villain loses, and the good movies get sequels. Just add 2d6 and some friends. Remember to rewind your cassette for the next player. That is Action Movie World. We did a little bit of the movie stuff beforehand where we decided on the script, which we were playing the Ninja Movie, and we had everybody build their character, their actor to build their character. And I think we're just going to go and we're going to start putting this together right now. I'm going to take some notes on the side, and you guys are going to build a relationship together, whether you like it or not. Anyways, let's get started. Fresh hair, looking good. Makeup, lights, camera, action. All right. I'm Wayward McShamus, your director. Here we go. Let's make it to roll 20 up here.
I guess to play the game, you got to load the game up. Huh?
That's pre-built totally. It is. Anyway, Action Movie World. There's 11 steps. We've done a couple already. So we are going to set up the Ninja Movie. You see their names on screen. And so the players and the directors pick a script. We already did that. So there's basically a script. There's going to be moves. Everyone's going to have moves to do. It's a 2d6 system. It's a heavily narrative game. And we're going to, as we put the movie together now, we'll take some notes and it will kind of just make its own self as we go. The next step, which we have not determined yet, I'm going to let you guys talk about it, is to determine who is the lead. If this is your very first movie, you can select amicably or you can roll the dice to see who is the lead. So basically, as we need to tell the audience, the lead character, there's one, cannot die. They have plot immunity. All the rest are supporting cast and can die, but they can earn XP for doing so. Also, the lead character is the only one who can kill the main villain. The supporting actors are able to help, but cannot strike the final blow. So I'm going to look at my players as their actors, as their characters, and decide, as we start this Ninja Movie, we've already kind of put together the characters and who should be the lead. Maybe we should go like what character you're playing first, like a little bit about who you think what they say your character relates to. Let's do that real quick. I'm going to start with Chang Wang Fang. What is the name of your actor playbook? If you're typecast,
pugilist.
You're the pugilist. Okay, so if you're typecast as the pugilist,
Hmm.
you're the Jackie Chan, the Bruce Lee type of character. Am I correct?
Right.
All right. What about you, Paul Thompson?
I'm a musclehead.
Who does muscleheads relate to?
I am. I was going to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, but then I got sidetracked with a friend, with a passion project of a friend, and now they think I'm the mopey android with emotions. I get lots of return money off of the con scene, but it gets old. I was supposed to be an action star. I was second to third to left of Vin Diesel in his first Fast and Furious movie. I should be an action star by now.
Should be. Good thing you got at least this B side, this low budget to fall back on. So we'll make it happen.
I just wanted to point out the Dem and I are switched in the overlay.
Oh, Thank you. Just for that, I will not fire you right away. But since Ryan Varquat did not say that, oh man, he's in big trouble.
Die immediately.
Might want to check your chat before you make that claim, mister.
Okay. Frostjaeger, welcome, our biggest fan. Thank you for being here. All right, let's go to Jin Blossom. Who is she?
Oh, with that stupid name, she's a child of other actors. You know how that goes.
Uh-oh.
She's only been cast in like the pretty films so far. She really wanted to get some action because girls are typecast badly.
All right. And what's your actor playbook?
The Gunfighter.
Oh.
So I can't remember what the examples were for that one.
They said, think Michelle Yeoh.
Shaquan?
Chow Yun Fat.
Oh,
Chow Yun Fat.
Michelle Yu.
Michelle Yeoh.
yeah.
I can read this tiny writing in my book. I'm like, I know this one.
She
Okay.
shoots stuff.
Let's hear a little bit more about Ryan Varquat, as we've seen him in a couple movies. If you'll remember, as Apocalypse Then, and another film called Thunderstruck, right? We've seen him before.
Yep, he is a veteran yeller. This is at least his third movie. His first one, he was known as, I believe he was Odin Thunderbeard.
Yeah.
And then in the second one, I think he was Robert Chiselbeard. And then in this one, we can't reveal the names just yet, but he's reprising his role as the Yeller.
Right.
Which, if you hear him in interviews, he's not much of a yeller. He's a pretty quiet guy. If anyone has watched Parks and Recreation, he's basically Andy Samberg's character in the one episode that he cameoed in as the park ranger.
Oh, is that where he couldn't speak in a low tone? He just spoke.
He just always
Yeah.
his bass volume was yelling until like at the very end of the episode where he gets hit on by Joan Calamezzo and he's like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, perfect. All right, and let's go over to Lewis Graham.
He is a new actor Louis Graham is a new actor on the scene. Been typecast as a smartass, and that's about it. He's new, fresh, and looking to make a name for himself. Unfortunately, he ended up here.
I'd be insulted if it wasn't true. I mean, I'm also here. We're all trying to stay in the Film Actors Guild, so we got to do our little piddly movies in order to get our monthly paychecks, if nothing else. So here we are to build the ninja movie. Oh yeah, and the smartass character, think like Kurt Russell, Bruce Willis, Lucy Lawless, just to give a little relation. I think I'm looking forward to seeing Lewis Graham in this role as the smartass. So,
I will admit I know who none of those people are.
what? Bruce Willis?
I mean, I know who Bruce Willis is, but that's about it.
Kurt Russell?
I've heard the name. That's it.
Children.
Watch Big Trouble in Little China and Tombstone. I mean, it's my two favorites. Oh,
You don't know who Kurt Russell is?
Stop
a young
guilting
guy.
me.
Can we fire him? Is it too soon to fire him?
Yeah.
He's the extra. He's the extra.
Oof.
He's got a red shirt, right?
Mhm.
Red shirt, brown pants.
That's right.
Yeah.
This guy
He
came
came
prepared.
Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
I've seen the first one.
Oh,
Oh, I can't even make a remember.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
The
Have I
Hateful
seen
Eight, Quentin Tarantino?
Have I seen the second one?
with the planet, the id, or the ego.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute since I watched any movie, I'll admit.
Hey, you're in college.
College is busy.
College is busy. Well, now you have something to go on and some research between this week and next, even though I think you'll do just fine.
At least he knows Bruce Willis. That's at least.
So,
I am leaning only on my natural skills at being a complete asshole and a smartass.
okay.
Well, hey, that's what you got.
That's all they had to.
So, all you wise guys, out of all these character descriptions we've had, Thad, I know we kind of started with you, then we kind of started developing characters. Did you have anything else to add about your character, your actor as a person?
Yeah, sorry, I missed that we were introducing our actors. She is actually she's the daughter of two Korean doctors, and she's actually from New Jersey. So she looks the type, but she is definitely not the stereotypical Asian actress, but she's trying to get away from her parents' overbearing academic attitudes, and so she became a stunt person. She was attractive enough in stunts that they decided to make her a leading person, but that's not really what she does. So
All
she
I
takes
can think is, you will be doctor.
Yeah, she takes a lot better. Takes a punch better than she delivers lines.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, that just, you know what? I know what stat I want to give you. Anyways, okay. So everybody will have 2 highlighted stats, and we'll come back to that in a minute. So first, we need to determine the lead. We have all heard this. Does the real audience decide? Because we're playing for a fake audience, like what the book says, but we're actually playing for a real audience. So who is the lead?
I'll let the audience decide.
You guys can.
1, 2, 3.
You can
Not
roll
it.
dice. I'm it.
Not it.
Well, there's 2 not it's. I didn't mean to say it.
I didn't realize we were doing noses.
That means you lost.
I didn't see Dem do anything, or Dan. I mean, Paul or Ryan.
Or whoever.
Hey, Frostjäger, you're pretty prevalent. You look at these 5 actors here. Who would you like to...
Leave it up to Frosty.
Frostjäger, why don't you pick our lead? So we'll wait just a second for him to respond. And then what we'll do, each player, starting with the lead, picks exactly 1 move from the list for the chosen script. So we'll be looking at the ninja script. No move can be picked more than twice. And once we have an answer, we're going to go clockwise on the overlay from whoever the lead actor is. Oh, he wants to recuse himself. Oh, of course.
Guess we should roll.
I can roll if you like. Would you like me to roll, or does someone actually I'll play lead? That'd be fun.
I may as well. Might as well go.
Let the newbie do the.
All right.
This will be interesting.
That's that low budget of a movie.
Wow. Very good.
This is the kind of day it's going to be. Razzing.
Color me impressed.
Captain Colors. All right. Let's look at the ninja script. So basically
Start
what
believing
happens...
in ninja movies, son. You're in one.
So in this one, you basically narrate what you want to do, and it'll base off a basic move list that everybody has access to, a special move off the script that we're playing currently, or something off their own playbook, but they're called moves. You don't go, I want to do this move necessarily. You just narrate, and I'll be like, that sounds like a muscles move. Why don't you roll plus muscles? And then they'll make a roll based off one of their abilities, and we'll go off the results. Much like any Powered by the Apocalypse game, it goes from 1 to 6 result is a failure, a 7 to 9 is a success with a twist or a consequence, and 10 plus is a success. Look at what you want to do. So Louis Graham as Tommy Ying, you're looking at puff of smoke, opossum, or I said opossum, I want to say possum, dim mock, nimble extreme, and flying debris. Now if you have any questions about what any of that terminology means, please ask, but you get to pick the first pick, and we're going clockwise. We'll go to Ryan, Varquat, Jim Blossom, Paul Thompson, and Chang Wang Bang.
I think that the smartass thing would be either a possum or puff of smoke. And it might be a nice trick to use a possum.
All right.
Just, for the... Actually, writing a movie, having the lead do something that, Should we tell the audience what a possum actually does?
Yeah, let's we don't have to read every movie as we go through, but we'll start with these ones.
The reason this is relevant for a lead is that a possum allows you to play dead at a dramatically appropriate moment, and you gain XP. So I think that'd be interesting in terms of actually writing a movie. So that's what I'm going to take. And I think that I spelled that. I spelled that right on my sheet.
If you guys have the PDF, you can copy paste it in there. Yeah, so you only get the script move for the movie, the duration of the movie.
Yeah.
But you got your moves on your sheet and the basic moves all the time. So let's go over to Jim Blossom. Remember, each move can be picked up to twice.
I'll go flying debris.
What's that do?
That you can throw anything you're physically able to lift with the grace and accuracy of a throwing star. Says all such items you use as weapons have the near and refill qualities.
All right. Yeah, a lot of weapons and things will say they'll have a quality or tag to them. They can be both advantageous or disadvantageous. Ooh, that I probably did that one wrong. But
Hurt yourself.
near is obviously fighting within like shotgun range, and refill means you got to refill it after you use it, typically, unless there's something available. So we'll get to all that later on. Paul Thompson, what is the script move you've chosen to apply to Fu Lang?
Oh, possum.
A possum. Ah, I'm going with possum as well, eh? All right. Then did I go over? Wait a minute. I think I skipped over Ryan Varquad, didn't I?
Well, yes, go back. If he picks it, I won't take it. It's fine. I don't have any actual preferences on this.
I said I was going to go clockwise, and I went right over him. It's like that.
I can't see what your clockwise is, so
Good to be back.
Should have been Ryan Varquat before Jim Blossom, but go ahead.
So that's fine. You can keep yours because I'm going to pick the Dim Mock because by focusing my chi, I can kill with a touch, which makes my beard lethal.
Oh my god, that's
love it.
awesome.
I love it.
That's great.
That's ninja as heck too.
That is
Be the old man ninja move. I learned this from my sensei.
Beard whip.
beard stab. Beard stab.
You guys can understand why whenever I play Action Movie World, I do not change my actor. I pick this.
Perfect.
No.
Beards are so versatile.
Oh my goodness. All right, Chang Wing Fang. It is everything but possum is open up to you.
I'm going to go for Nimble Extreme.
Okay.
Gives me unparalleled reflexes and balance.
So you get +1 to all stunt moves based on flex dexterity. So you want to use dex as much as you can. That will be great. Can I get basic moves? Okay. All right. So we all picked one script move. We are all set. Exactly one move. Okay, so each player picks a gear set for his or her character. At the same time, name your character for the duration of the movie, which we've already done. So that usually you do the gear first and then pick your name because it kind of associates, but we kind of worked our way around it. I don't think it'll matter that bad. So let's go over that. Just a few gear sets. Everybody will pick. Everybody gets a ninja outfit, including a mask and a color of your choice. So everybody have to pick a color because it has to be. Now everyone's wearing black. It's just 5 shades of
All right.
black.
I'll go red.
All right, and everybody gets the katana, the dagger, and the throwing star, and then you get one additional thing from below, and there's no limit to how many of those additionals you can all pick the same one. So the Lewis Graham as Tommy Ying is going to be the red ninja.
What were those things again?
Well, let's see, because they're going to each have tags on them. I put the PDF in the Discord chat. No, I did not. Ninja moves. All right, Dem, you get the katana, the dagger, and the throwing star.
I put them in the Roll20 chat too,
Oh, there we go. That's a better idea.
so everybody can see.
And then you can pick between an additional weapon between bow, bombs, bow staff, nunchaka, and layered ninja clothing for point of armor. There's no order here. You guys can pick at will. I just want to know the color, so I'm going to take some notes real quick here.
I have midnight blue.
Okay.
I went with golden.
You're the golden.
Fulang the golden.
So Sue is midnight blue.
Yeah.
Fulang is gold.
Mhm.
Jackie and Cuttlefish.
Has anybody picked black?
No.
Gosh.
Great. I'll take black.
Ah, jeez. Okay.
The one normal guy.
And then,
Girl.
that's true. We need one for Cuttlefish's color.
What are the color options?
Anything but red, midnight blue, gold, and black. So pretty much everything else after that. Like pink,
No.
yellow,
No.
magenta, teal.
Mother of pearl.
Seafoam.
Let's do midnight black.
No!
Slightly darker black.
Pitch
All right, I
black.
want Vanta black if we're going there.
Oh my god.
I'm going to say
Wow.
pick another color.
Right.
Part of your identity.
Gray. All right. All right. So does everybody have a weapon set, or picked all the weapons and then an addition? I just want to know what the additional weapon that everybody chose with, or
The golden is a soft metal, so I had to pick extra thick clothing, so I got the +1 point of armor.
you got the armor. Okay, cool.
I got the bow.
Sue took the bow. Okay.
I took the nunchucks.
I took the bow staff.
Bow staff.
Donatello.
And Tommy.
I guess that leaves choking gas bombs, just so we have a nice variety.
Yes. All right. This is good. This is great. Okay. All right.
And now I do have a question:
Mhm.
Are the colors the color of our like main fabric, or the color of our like belt and headband?
You know, I'll let you choose. I keep thinking like Power Ranger array, but it really depends on how we build the movie and what kind of movie we're gonna make.
Because one would be Power Rangers, the other is so serious.
Ninja Turtles.
Both.
That's
It's
true.
either.
See, like you, as the action movies are, like they're serious, although they're hysterical because most of them are so bad, but they're meant to be serious. So
Yeah, I would expect it's just like our headband and belt.
Yeah, so you can still have black them.
no,
I was told to pick a different color, so
Well, the outfits. We could say the outfits are black, but our bands are the color we want.
I like to disagree on this and say no.
Oh, you want to be all gold?
You want Power Rangers?
I think we should go Power Rangers.
All right, Power Rangers it is.
And if you're ever not wearing your ninja outfit, your street clothes are also
Oh my
covered in that cone.
Oh my god.
Like you gotta wear like
At
a
least
gold
we don't
sash
have-
everywhere you go.
Oh my god. So, at least we're not doing the Black Ranger badly.
yes.
I hope. I'm not sure. I don't know these characters.
Well,
I
we
do
will
everything
find
badly,
out.
so I don't know what you're talking about.
Indeed.
Okay.
The Black Ranger was black.
And originally,
Yeah.
yes, I do. Mm-hmm. Which
Yeah, well, the Yellow Ranger
I
was.
liked him.
Asian.
Look, the first Power Rangers wasn't great.
Hmm.
You know,
You
at
take that
stuff.
back. The Pink Ranger, that was great.
Oh no!
Oh,
no,
come
no,
on.
No.
It's Morphin
The Power Rangers I remember most is SPD.
There's been a lot of versions. I mean, there's a new version now. It's bringing them all back and putting them together.
There was one called Time Force, which it was like a big old crossover series, I think.
It's all the same.
All right. Lewis Graham. You guys, I'm not sure how it looks in roll 20, but everybody's going to have 2 highlighted stats. I'm going to take a look at take a look at someone's character sheet. You're going to have to write this down. Primary stat is in bold. You're not going to be able to bold another stat, but so anytime you roll 10 plus in your 2 highlighted stats, you're going to mark a tick in star power. Not star power itself, but the star power ticks.
All right.
And that basically is like, this is how good you looked on screen. And basically when you go into the next movie, if we were to play another movie, whoever has the highest star power is the lead actor. But that rule falls under, everybody gets to be lead first. But it still just kind of it shows how good you are, right? So everybody, like the Yeller, for example, muscles is his primary stat. But I, as the director, am going to assign another stat and highlight it. So it's me going, I know you're... So yeah, we'd be like, Oi, Ryan, I know you'd be good with your strong muscles, but I want to see how dramatic you can be this time, so I'm going to also have you highlight your drama stat.
that's something I can do. I can be a little dramatic if need be.
All right.
All right, let's take a look here. We'll go come back to the lead last. Jen, you're sitting down with director Wayward McShamus. Is he? Hey, Jen. It do be pretty, but you have a lot more to offer than that, and I know it. I know it. However, sex sells, and we're here to make a little bit of money back. So in addition to your agility, I want to see... I was going to say magnetism, but we already know you have that, so you're going to give us some more swagger. I want to see how well you swagger on screen. How cool can you look? It shows a powerful woman who's sexy and strong.
Give you an aneurysm, all right.
I was going to be director Archie Silverworth, but I thought that'd be be getting a little too close to home. Anyway.
Also, you'd run into some issues. We already have enough of that kind of stuff going on in real Hollywood, okay?
I know. That's why I'm like, I'll be
Yep.
tame. I'll be
Which is
tame.
why she's in this movie, you jerk.
All right, so he'd be like, Miss Fang. Agility as a pugilist is always important. But I want to see your magnetism. And that is basically like the raw charisma, right? See, why don't you highlight your magnetism as well? Let's see how charismatic you can be, how personable you can be, along with jumping over buildings and skipping across water. Silent, deadly type. That's what I like. Fooling the golden.
Yes, you asked for me.
Hi, I know you're a big brickhead. You're a huge brickhead. But people want to know that you can also move when you need to move.
I move what I need to move.
Sometimes you got to dash quickly and not just bursting through things. So I want to see if you have any agility in you this film, aside from your muscles.
Fine. We'll see it done.
Alrighty. And then he's sitting down with Lewis, our lead actor. So swagger, which is your coolness, right, is your main stat.
Yep.
That's a 2. I wasn't even looking at the stats, but it was. You got to look cool, but you either got to be quick and strong to complement it. And today, I'm going with your muscles. I know you've been working out. You're young, but you've been working out, so I want to see you use a little bit of strength when the time is right. You're going to need it, especially if you end up. I haven't looked all the way through the script yet because I don't really care. I'm just making my money. But at some point, you might pretend to die, and your muscles might come in handy for that. So go ahead and highlight that one.
How do I highlight it in Roll20?
I don't think you can. I think you just have to make a note of it.
Okay, I'll
So,
just
if you
write
guys-
that down in.
There's notes on the bottom of your sheet. Underneath improvements, you can put some notes.
So yes, if you guys at any time roll 10 plus, and either of these two stats, put a little number tick up on star power.
Did you want me to do something and muscles? You only said muscles.
You already have one highlighted on the character sheet, and that would be swagger, because that's your main stat.
Okay.
Yep, it's already. I'm gonna put your character name in your sheet too, so it'd be nice to see your the character name actually rolled.
All right.
There we go. Perfect. Tommy Ying. All right, so we're almost there, guys. So there's only like 2 villains for this script. It's not my favorite list of villains, but let's just look at the 2. I can make the initial pick, but you guys can tell me if you like it or not. So the director comes to you. So we have the Yakuza Lord and the Master Ninja. So just a brief thing, the Yakuza Lord wants to expand his or her influence, wants to corrupt. Bring big money, influence to bear, things like that. The Master Ninja wants to be hidden, wants to show his or her clan is the deadliest. So it's like a direct confrontation. Some of you might have been betrayed, because we're going to be doing that in relationships next. And this is what's really going to start building the movie. So my initial pick, I kind of went back and forth. My initial pick was kind of the Yakuza Lord, but now that we're doing more like ninja-y magical stuff, I'm thinking maybe Master Ninja might be my pick. But if you're looking under the Ninja movie script, you can see the 2. That's really all there is. I was thinking about borrowing something from another, but I think I'm going to keep it simple and go Master Ninja. But I can hear your arguments if you like the Yakuza Lord better.
Yeah, I think the Yakuza Lord would not fit with Power Rangers because that's a bit too real for the kind of theme.
Okay. That's a yay so far for Master Ninja.
Yeah. I'm liking Master Ninja too, because Master Ninja, wants to be hidden level, and we're all flamboyantly colored.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Master Ninja Master, just because we were talking about why would so many of us be in the same place. We've got this color-coded theme going on. You can see it being like a ninja school, and we've got like the rival ninja master we have to fight. Something like that seems to kind of work.
All right, let me bring
I'm
up my
all for
notes. What was that, Jin?
I said I was all for it. That
Okay.
works.
All right, good. So we're gonna go with that. I'll fill in the details for this person in a little bit here. So each player now determines a relationship with the person to his or her left. So what we'll do is we're going to start with the lead and we're going to go back counterclockwise. So on the ninja movie, you can see the relationships listed there on the left side. You do not have to pick those, but if you want to, you can use one of those as quick reference. You can roll a 2d6 to see what you get, or you can make up something completely different. So it's going to be Tommy Ying and Jackie Chin. So Tommy Ying, you're going to develop their first relationship. So basically you'll all have 2 relationships, which means you won't have relationships with everybody. Yeah, get that popcorn, Frost Jaeger. It's about to get real. Real fake, by the way. So you're going to have 2 relationships out of the 4 other characters that you're working with.
So I roll 2d6 twice or something.
You just roll it once. Now,
Okay.
the other character has to agree with you. So, like, you're going to be talking to Thad here and going, all right, this is a relationship I have, and you guys build it together. And as long as you both approve, that would be good. Then Thad will go on and make a relationship with Dan, and we'll just go round robin.
Right. Okay, so 9, which is shared a thirst for revenge. So I guess the Master Ninja somehow wronged both of our families. I don't know, I'm spitballing here.
Yeah, this is where you start filling in some details.
Okay, so if we have a shared thirst for revenge, we were both obviously attacked or somehow harmed by him. Do we come from the same place, or do we just have that in common?
That's an interesting idea. Yeah, maybe like from the same... What era is this set in?
That's a really good question.
Okay. I mean, we could be from the same village.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Is this modern day?
Yeah, I have no idea.
We can figure. I guess we can. I mean, do we need to nail that down first? Maybe get a little plot idea.
Nope, that's fine. We don't have to. I was just curious.
Just curious.
From the same town, village, whatever.
Same
Okay.
village.
And the Master Ninja's clan razed it to the ground, leaving only us alive with our thirst for revenge against him.
Okay. Do we know each other before, or do we meet through this traumatic event?
Met through that.
Okay. Good. I like it.
Frostacre says his idea is modern J. He works in the form of competing dojos. I don't know what that means.
Dojos are their schools.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm not sure how that would work in the context of raising something to the ground. Like, did he pay off a city official to? No, that's Yakuza.
I would probably prefer a time frame that's not modern.
Yeah, feudal Japan seems like it would work best.
I don't know much about that era, but we're gonna fake.
Neither do we.
Exactly.
I
That's
know
why it's fun.
I know enough.
That's why it's a cheesy movie.
We're writing the script, so
we just know enough to insult people.
Yeah, I know just enough to get it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, then feudal Japan.
When does a kaiju appear?
I think
Act 2.
I think Frostacre's idea for the form of competing JoJo's can still be something that can actually be a relationship between 2 of you that you were once or still are competing dojos, but we can put that on the back burner. We can take all ideas and put them in later on too. So that's your relationship. Let's go with Jackie Chin. What is her relationship to Fu Lane?
Could you remind me a little bit about Fu Lane?
I don't think I've come up with anything yet for Fu Lane. He is the Golden Ninja.
Okay.
He's one of the few that chose a non-normal chromatic color that is known to be in the ninja world as it is.
Sure.
He tends to ninja vanish by falling dead and then showing up a few minutes later and breaking faces. He's one of those guys that first time he gets hit and hurt, he kind of semi-rages out. And then the second time he disappears. Like, he doesn't die, but he's just gone. And everyone's like, what what? And then he shows up triumphantly later to help you beat the enemy. It was kind of like his stick, as he kind of fights really hard for a few minutes, loses his steam, and then vanishes, and then shows up to help you finish whatever you're doing.
All right. How about our souls are claimed by a demon?
I like it.
Like there's after the ninja master burned down the same town Eli and I are in, we made some kind of a pact with a demon, maybe the same demon unbeknownst to us, and our souls have been claimed by it. And this somehow may tie into your background.
So did you know each other before this pact was made and make it together?
I don't think so. That'd be 3 people from the same area, unless you like that.
I think my guy was like the reason he went golden was because at first he was just trying to be noticed because he didn't have a place, and he learned all his skills on his own. But then he was like, "Well, I got it." We are all at this thirst for vengeance moment where things are going down. And I found a target. Oh, it was the bad guy, and I showed up the same place. And me and Jackie are the ones that actually did the soul thing, while the third guy, which was the current lead, he wasn't there. And Jackie was like, I need someone else. And I was like, I'll do it. And I showed up. And then unfortunately, unlike most of the things that hurt me, this time I didn't just disappear for a few minutes and show up later. It actually got me.
So were you part of the village that was burnt down, these other 2 guys, or are you outsider?
No, outsider.
And then, so Jackie Chan was doing what? Where did you guys meet to do this?
Whatever it was that made us claimed by the demon, whatever pact we made to get power, I'm assuming is how we met. Like he was like at first there to help, like, oh, a fair maiden, and then it turned into whatever it turned into.
So if we do like a ninja school theme, like the 3 of us, Eli, you, and I could all be at the same ninja school, and that's where the 2 of us did our demon thing, like to gain ultimate power.
So after the town was raised, we joined a ninja school that he was in.
Right.
That works. Claimed by a demon. You're gonna end up all at the same school.
This is brilliant. So souls are both claimed by a demon. Both made a pact with a demon, the same one, but at different points, at different times, unbeknownst to each other, right?
No, I think I was trying to do like a summon demon thing.
Oh.
And I'm like, hey, I need your help. And he showed up and he's like, oh crap, it's actually a demon. And he didn't escape.
Yeah. I was relying on my ability to escape to be like the hero for that moment, and it didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
So Jackie was bringing this Oni, right?
Yep, like the revenge thing.
Trying to summon this Onai, or did call upon an Onai, and Fu Lang was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the Onai is like, I will agree to this, but Fu Lang will be part of the
Must give
contract.
me his soul.
Both of your souls shall be forfeit for this power. And Fu Lang's like, wait, he comes like saying, hey, yeah. Wait, what did I say yeah to? No, I don't know.
Smoke bomb.
Ninja fan.
So what is this power or this revenge? What did you ask for? Why did you, and this is Jackie, this question for Jackie, I guess. Why did you summon this Onai? Or Oni, I guess we should say.
I think this may be the basis of her ninja stealth. This is why she is so nimble and so good at the ninja arts. Was to have the skill and stealth to pick up and kill the ninja master.
So Jackie got agility, and Fu Lang got what?
I got the ability to come back from the dead.
Yeah. Alright, sorry about the typing. I'm just trying to keep the notes going.
How I vanish. I'm actually dead for a little bit, and I have to fight my way back, and I reappear where I was originally at. Save the day. Even in hell, I still fight.
You did that infinite lives hack, didn't you?
It's in my. It's got to
So-
recharge.
The Onai gives you this power. I'll have to name, let's see, fantasy names.
Just like this martial arts, Oni fight club down there. So I fight my way out every time and show back up in the movie. I mean, pivotal scenes of times that need help.
What if they have ninja and assassin names? Sweet. All right. Ooh, I got the fantasy name generator. One of the best websites. This person's put so much work into it. It's better than it ever used to be. FantasyNameGenerators.com, by the way, for anybody. This is where I'll be pulling stuff. I like Kazran. Maybe that doesn't sound very Japanese demon, but oof, that is not highlighted well. All right, I'll fix that in a minute.
If you're already doing the fake death thing, may have made a poor choice of my script move, but oh well.
No, it's okay. You guys have different reasons for how it works.
Yeah.
You could be caught up in it too, but that was a relationship how Jackie, and the thing is, the Onai could come back to haunt you guys later anyway. He will be back to take the souls of those he agrees to, right? He's like, I shall give you this power, this agility, and this ability to come back from the dead, but eventually your souls will come to me. The only way you can stave it off, and maybe he has a deal. I thought about, when I was thinking Master Assassin, well, you guys, well, you know what, let me bring it up in a minute. Let's move on. Fu Lang and the relationship with Su Yu. Good relationship so far, guys.
Who's Fu-Lang?
I'm fooling. I'm going to roll a 2d6 on this one because they're also so terribly good.
And the thing is, if you think of something else too, you can go with that.
A sword, hundreds of years old.
Oh gosh, that was I was going to say. That works. Okay.
I think that in his quest to defeat the Oni to save his friend Jackie's soul, he had to search out a specific sword that happened to be in the ownership of. I'm going to run over to here, and that is Su Yu, because I had to go all the way over to a different screen to see the name. Su Yu's family had it.
Oh.
They were guarding it.
That would kind of work, because I figure she's a geisha that does her entertainment by sword art. She uses that sword.
Say you do. What do you do, Su Yu?
She's a geisha, so she like dances with that sword. Like.
So the sword is actually yours?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't probably spell that right.
And so that's how we know each other, is I'm trying to borrow the sword to help defeat the Oni the next time I die.
And this sword does not leave my sight. Sorry.
I need a name for this sword. I was thinking, because I was thinking about swords earlier, and I was thinking about yin and yang, like two opposing swords, and that the Master Assassin has the opposite sword. I don't know if that sounds cool, or if that
would be.
Because he would want both swords, of course, because he's the Master Ninja, and he only has one of the two, and he needs the other one, which Su Yu currently has. Of course, it has to tie back to the lead, so maybe that doesn't work. I don't know. Just ideas. Otherwise, a cool name for a sword is what we need. And it doesn't have to be yin and yang. It's just like an idea like
Hold
that.
on, let me look up some easily misappropriated Japanese sword name.
Her family's.
That's actually a search on Google.
Is the lead one of the people whose soul is
No.
claimed, or is that the?
No, that was just two of the supporting cast that did it.
Oh, okay.
Sing Tetsu, Kusanagi no Surugi.
All right, let's type that in. So, she's a geisha. Fu Ling is trying to borrow her family's sword to defeat Kazran the Onai. So, how does this work? Did you ever try to take it? Have you been asking it for her, and she still hasn't given it to you? Like, how does this relationship developed?
I think it's literally at the beginning, like, because he's got to get audience with her in the first place because of the whole, he's technically a Ronin because he doesn't have a home. And she apparently has one because she has a family and all that jazz.
Here we go.
Name time.
Muramasa, which is the swords are regarded as cursed katanas in popular culture anyway.
Frost Shakers putting a whole bunch in the chat too. So you guys just, whatever it is, put it in the Google Doc. under worse.
I like the simple tinkin, heavenly punishment.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
What is it?
Tenken, Tenken, heavenly punishment.
I like that.
Tenken?
The 10-10.
Mm-hmm. Tenken,
What's it mean?
heavenly punishment.
Ooh. Do you agree to this sword and relationship and name, Suyu?
Yes.
Yay!
All right.
That's probably why you're not going to get rid of me, because I don't let it out of my sight, so I'll be following you around if you want it. If you have to convince me.
Because when I die, I need it on me so I can take it with me to kill the demon. No.
No.
But somehow you've agreed to follow him and be a part of his merry band of ninjas, or Tommy's merry band of ninjas, probably at this point.
Yeah.
Of course, the
It's
lead.
like the support group has actually got itself together while the lead's going, I'm supposed to do what now?
But that could be part of it. Like the lead doesn't have to be the leader of the group either. He could be like the up and coming young kid that ends up being the one that has to save the day at the end, right?
The real hero in the
Like
background.
Yep.
the King Arthur stuff.
It could be. Let's look at. We're almost done here. Let's make the round robin. Suyu and bearded cuttlefish. Suyu, please pick a relationship and start developing it.
I kind of want to roll too, so let's see. Oh, another 5.
Yeah.
Roll again, I guess.
Yeah. Let's try something else. 3.
Souls are claimed by a demon. Maybe another one.
How about you roll, Cuttlefish? Unless you have one that you wanted.
Well, he gets to pick one for time being, but however you guys want to do it, I'll roll. How about that?
Sure. 9.
Oh gosh, it's the other one we picked.
I'll roll. Jesus, Luke. You don't speak for me, Luke.
That's a 5.
It's a 5 again.
I'm
All
just
right,
gonna,
okay. This is the last one. We're gonna just go with whatever.
just gonna write one in for you.
How about
7.
No. And then,
Write one in for you.
fine.
Oh gosh, it's shared thirst for revenge.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the same ones keep coming up.
Hmm.
That's fine. I mean,
I like 7 and 2 just because it's awkward.
2 reincarnated lovers. Yeah.
or the 7's good. Love the same person.
Yeah, I love that beard.
Little beard loves his beard, so there you go. There's the love
Beard
interest.
is a
Cool
separate
beard love.
entity. The beard is a separate sentient entity.
Sacred trust from his family passed down for generations.
It's the demon.
It is the demon, yes.
It
The
is.
demon
It
is
is.
hidden inside your beard.
It is a fatal beard.
Oh, you guys tell me. Is that where the demon lives and we just don't know?
I like that. That is really, really good.
So, bearded cuttlefish's beard is possessed by a demon.
What?
Is the beard is home to a demon? But how does that work for your relationship with each other? If that is the thing.
Are you kind of like a tried and true? Do you go by the book? Does your character go by the book? Because we can have that bearded cuttlefish willingly took in the demon to make his beard fatal, and if you're by the book, you don't agree with that, and so we're just kind of at odds.
Ooh.
So what would that be?
You can make it up. It doesn't have to be one of those decisions. Like if you like the sound of it, then go with it.
I'm just piggybacking off the consensus that my beard is
Home to a
possessed by
demon.
a demon. Yeah,
That's so
which I'm not opposed to, but like if
Oh, that
I'm
could
just-
tie into ours. Was I was trying to lead you to the demon since you wouldn't let me have the sword to kill it, and then it went into his beard, and we're kind of all like, "Well, what now?"
Oh, jeez.
Well, I guess we can
Sure.
go hunt
Sure,
down
why
this master
not?
ninja while we wait for the demon to come out.
I
Okay.
keep trying to cut your beard off. Yeah. Yeah.
Oof, no, we're enemies then.
Maybe you
I
tried
tried
to.
to save you.
Did you try to cut his beard off with your sword and it didn't
Yes.
work?
Ooh, yeah, so they're rivals.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you take so the demon take your beard by force?
No, he allowed it to happen.
At odds with each other, bearded to
Because we can tie that into that's why he has the dim mak.
yeah.
That's what helps make the beard fatal.
Yep.
Is the demon that possessed it, and he wanted to kill people with his beard, so
Yeah,
he
he's-
willingly took the demon in.
Like that Bible story. It's like cut off his beard and his power is lost. Yes.
That is so good. And so you guys are
And
at odds.
And then maybe Fayt's character just doesn't agree with it, but then Cuttlefish is like, I can kill people with my beard. I don't care.
It sounds.
My beard's deadly.
Sue, you do you think that works as a
Yeah,
relationship?
that works. It's fine. It's good for a B movie. C movie.
We're going D movie at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're making sure we bring it down to the new actor.
It's just above porno.
Well, that brings it down to Bearded Cuttlefish's relationship with Tommy Ying, the lead, and then we've come round robin all the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a 2d6 as well.
Hopefully it gets a little different.
You
In
get
before another one of the same.
3,
Nope, I'm doing it again.
6. There's a new one.
Rival schools, now allies.
Oh, Bearded Cuttlefish might have been because aren't Tommy and Jackie part of a ninja school with Fu
Yeah.
Lang?
Mm-hmm. I joined after their village burnt down.
Yep.
So they're part of rival schools. Does that work? Bearded, what do you think?
That sounds good to me.
Now, what are the names of these two JoJos or these two schools of martial arts? We need the one that the 3 are a part of and the one that Bearded is a part of. Do I have to start? Let's see. Other names. Dojo names? Do they have dojo? There's like so many things here. Names of schools.
Well, dojos are typically named after the martial arts style or whatever, like flying swallowed style, dojo.
So we need to look.
If we're going to make this appropriately D movie, it's got to have some really way obvious name.
Martial arts names. I don't understand any of these on here. Okay.
One
those-
is the flying swallow, one is the flying squirrel.
Uh,
Come on, you guys all talk.
my first instinct is to say, if we flying swallow, crawling cuttlefish.
Flying.
Right? Flying cutterfish?
Crawling.
Crawling. I mean, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that makes sense for the rival, especially. Yeah.
Bearded cuttlefish of the cuttlefish school.
So the
Or the let's do the School of Crustaceans. The Crustacean Dojo.
crustacean dojo. All right.
We're here, domination of the crustaceans.
And what was the one of the rest of you? The flying. What was the other dojo?
I think somebody said flying a swallow or something.
Flying swallow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be Tommy, Jackie, and Fu. Whoops, I wish I could type. All right. So we have these rival schools. So now that we've done the relationship, discuss the relationships more in detail. We're going to try, we're going to get a hazy point A and a hazy point V where the villain is waiting, and we'll fill our game that we play and make up as we go. We'll be filling in everything in between that, and then basically we're going to name the movie and we're going to start. Only 1 hour in, not bad. What is going to bring you guys together is a question I'll have for you, and what's going to draw you together as we have an opening scene.
My idea is Tommy, Jackie, and Fu Lang are tracking down Bearded Cuttlefish while he's trying to solicit Su Yu for the sword.
And this is what
Yeah,
brings.
but Cuttlefish isn't the one that's trying to get the sword. That's
Oh.
Ulay.
Su Yu has the sword.
Yeah.
I was tracking down the sword, and that how led us both back to Cuttlefish in the first place. And he offered refuge to the Oni in his beard, And that's the end of the relationship chain, pretty much, except for the
So-
fact you two are rivals at schools.
Maybe he was sneaking into the school, which is how the demon got in there. And that, I'm just spitballing. Anybody else got any ideas?
Okay, this is cheesy, but what if there's a martial arts tournament, and during the martial arts tournament, the sword is stolen?
Oh, yeah.
So the sword's already been taken at the beginning of the movie?
Or it gets
Right-
taken
right-
after the end of the first scene.
Yeah. So first scene is like the end of a match, and then right after it, the sword has been stolen.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we have some...
Le gasp.
Is this going to be a martial arts?
Oh, and the reason the sword is so important and why the people organizing are making a fuss out of it is because it is. Oh wait, yeah, it already is that magical sword. Never mind.
Any male that touches it has to marry the owner of the sword, because it can only be wielded by a female.
Well, that's probably why I'm trying to kill everybody.
Well, it's Jackie Chan. She can be wielding it. Well, okay. So is this a tournament between just these two schools, or maybe is this a tournament between like several schools? So there's a lot.
How about at least 3? Because there's our 2 schools and the one run by the ninja master,
Oh,
who's obviously
yeah.
villain.
Yep.
There could have been 4, but he probably picked them off before it even started.
Right. There's like the
Oh,
the
what a
Hufflepuff
shame.
is the 4th school.
Oh, what a shame. The sneaking snake school got shut down. Their master died in a mysterious accident.
So what's the name of this 3rd school? Well, I should probably come up with the ninja name. Smiling snake. Ooh. Lethal. Let's.
They're part of the honey badgers.
You know, I'm gonna look at the villain names. Fill in some more detail. I'm gonna look at the villain names. I'm gonna come up with something that way.
Broken Claw.
The Broken Claw School.
There's better. There's better in there somewhere.
Kill Shade. I like Kill Shade.
I think if it's a villainous school, it really should have a terrible name like School of Hollow Death. Or
Hollow Mark.
Since demons are a recurring thing, we could have him be like the something demon school.
It could be something dark like that.
Blood of the Demon or something like that.
Silver Smile. Oh my gosh, I just found some really cool assassin names. Well, you guys can decide. I either like Killshade as my master villain's name, or the Blue Grin. That just sounds.
The Blue Oni.
I don't know. It makes me think of old D&D. Let's see. I'm gonna put my stuff down below. Master Ninja. All right. So basically, what's gonna start the movie is you guys are all at this tournament to compete, and the sword is part of the prize. Because I don't think Tsuyu would give it up, or necessarily be willingly married. Or I guess, well, it's feudal Japan, right?
It is so winner gets her hand in marriage and the sword.
I'm sure she loves that. She's waiting for like in the Disney movie Brave. She's ready to fight for her own hand.
Oh, heck
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That's exactly why I mentioned it. So I figured it would give her a chance to kick somebody's butt.
Yeah.
I was about to
I'm
win.
going brave on this.
But the sword
Because
is.
he's got the bow and everything.
Oh, she did. This is great. Because Japan traditionally did, a lot of archery in the medieval ages.
So Bearded Cuttlefish is part of the one school. 3 of you are part of another, and Tsuyu is just kind of like entering herself in as an
I'm a
independent.
willing participant.
Yep.
So just out of curiosity, could we kind of frame it like our intros are us participating in the tournament, making our way, and it ultimately is going to come down to like the 5 of us are going to be against each other, but then the sword is stolen, and we decide to form a temporary truce
To pursue the sword.
to find it.
absolutely.
There it
That's
is.
just what I was thinking when I proposed it.
Yep. There it is.
Which means we're not all like one big happy family. There's still maybe some
Drama.
dissension,
We're frenemies.
frenemies. Yeah, temporarily. But once we get the sword back,
I'll bet
Oh.
you-
who knows what'll happen.
No holds barred. That beard's coming off.
One way or another, that beard's coming out.
That beard will kill you the second you touch it.
Okay, well, I think the only thing we have left is the name of this movie. And that is not something I'm deciding.
Dance of Devils.
What was that?
What?
It's a Dance of Devils.
Romance of the Oni.
The sword in the tournament.
Oni and the sword. There's also the name of the sword.
So if we wanted to get really 80s, we could mix up Chinese and Japanese cultures.
I probably will.
Okay.
On
Romance of
accident.
the Five Dojos. Even though
Oh,
there's,
geez.
so there's, I guess, 2 more dojos, just sort of minor, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe set pieces for the
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah.
We'll have
You
to
fight
stop
through
in-
them.
We'll have to stop at Blah Blah Dojo that has been taken over by the blood of the Oni clan. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah
Yeah.
Dojo, yeah, that's a really good one.
Romance of the Five Dojos.
Yeah.
I like
Uh,
it. It's silly.
it's, the name is actually based on the Chinese novel. Oh, is it Chinese or Japanese? Fuck. Even I don't know
It's
now.
Chinese. Romance of the Five Kingdoms.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. I thought it was Chinese. And
It is.
typically, 80s
Shadowclaw.
American, we're going to mix up the 2 cultures.
Americans, it's all Asian. It's all good.
I like Shadowclaw. Probably gotta put it down to use. Okay. And then,
Shadowclaw.
is there any? Just my last thing we're gonna start. Besides the tournament at the beginning, are there any like cool scenes we want to see? Like we'll have to see a dojo scene.
Okay, so one of the other dojos is actually a mountaintop monastery. We got to climb the mountain to get to it.
Mountain, yes. Mountaintop monastery, yes, it is. It's like we already knew that. There's a
We have to run across a lot of rooftops, right?
Oh, so one's in the middle of a city then.
rooftops
Yep.
in a city.
It's on the rooftops. It doesn't even have
Oh.
an entrance.
Yeah.
That's the requirement. You have to climb. To get
There's no doors or windows.
For what? Where at?
Skylight.
It's like to get into the
The
tournament.
only way it is through the ceiling.
Yeah, there you go.
You gotta climb up.
In the,
Jump on the roof.
are you talking about the tournament you're in starting?
Or the final. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, that'd be neat. The final confrontation is at the finale of the
It's
tournament.
probably up on a really, really high mountain that you have to climb. Then it has no
Yeah.
doors, so you have to get up on the roof.
I was
And
thinking.
then inside is the final arena.
I thought of also I thought this earlier. I don't remember where it's at, but there's like a canyon. I'm not sure if it's Grand Canyon or not, but there's like this glass bridge that goes from one side to the other, like in a piece, and
Oh, yeah.
it's see-through, so you can walk out there and you can feel like you're walking on thin air, which would be really creepy for some people. And I thought like a glass bridge where there's
Over
a lot
a waterfall.
But we're ninjas.
Oh, waterfall!
It'd be a rope.
2 ropes side by side.
Glass bridge.
Well, one above the
waterfalls.
One rope. That's all we get.
Yeah, we're ninjas.
All right, I got enough to start.
We don't even really need a rope. We just need like some really tall reeds.
Very heavy mist.
And
Oh my
mist.
god, wait. I'm stealing this idea from a movie I can't remember
Steal.
the name of, but
Steal.
the only way to cross is jumping across a series of thin wooden poles.
Yep.
Oh, like
They're vertical as well,
Yeah,
so you got to step on the top
Yep.
without breaking them.
yeah.
So Death Trap Dungeon can also be a thing.
Lots of good ideas.
All right, I got a good way to start. I think that's good. Welcome to
Still need to name it.
Romance of the Five Dojos. All right, I think we're ready, right? So we'll do our intros one at a time, starting with the lead. I think you see preview before that for you got the coming soon to a theater near you, and you see Chariot of the Gods, Ridley Scott production of the Alien universe coming soon to theaters near you, Tuesdays actually. Anyway, and then we have the opening credits, this dark scene.
Sponsored by Robocola.
Star
Are you
Wars.
suggesting a Ridley Scott movie would be shown in the preview in our movie?
They're gonna try.
No, this is a derivative of his movie. Oh.
Yeah.
It's a spin-off, unlicensed.
Number 4 in the series.
All of
Direct
those
to the
things.
cheap theaters.
No, direct to video.
And it wouldn't be in the theater.
All right, so that goes away, sponsored by Robocola, and then we have, by this, certain productions, and you just hear like, oh, yeah, fighting sounds, and then like something flashes, and you see like this tournament style thing going on, and then it goes to black, and it shows some credits, directed by Wayward McShamus, and then cuts in again, and it's just like, it definitely shows those 5 different dojos represented here. And there's a tournament going on, and we see like in this pedestal in the I don't know, where's the sword? I think the sword is hanging in this like glass case above the fighting arena, and it just slowly rotates, and the light gleams off it as we see this, and like we know that's a prize. People are looking at it, right? And I'm gonna let Tommy Ying do his intro as we see these different fighting scenes as these credits are opening up the movie.
So in these scenes, are we fighting opponents or?
I would think so, but it's whatever you want to do.
All right. So in this scene, we see Tommy Ying. He's, young guy, winning his fights by sort of tripping his opponents up and then hitting them really hard.
You trip one down, it's like the palm to the chest, right?
Yeah.
And then
Or to the small of the back.
Just do that slow mo. Woo.
I think as you
So they're
you're hitting, it freezes right there, and you got this aggressive look on your face, maybe, and it says in really big '80s credit letters, it's like Louis Graham as Tommy Ying, and then it comes back into you finishing the move, right? And we cut, and then let's see, Fuling.
Fuling the Golden flips into the arena, lands, and immediately takes a punch to the jaw. He starts to turn his head, and he just goes, Golden Fist! Boom! And just smashes the crap out of the guy that hit him. The pause was long enough for him to actually say the words. That's really all it was. It's every time he gets hit by the guy, he hits back just as hard, and it's just waiting to see which one's going to run out of energy first.
So it's a back and forth fist.
Yep, he's like, they're basically I think the best place to pause is when he's getting smacked while he's smacking the guy just as hard.
So are you both getting smacked at the same time?
Yeah. And he's got his gold sash on if he's not in his pajamas.
It freezes, but the camera has you a little bit bigger than the other guy, and it says Paul Thompson as Fu Lane. And then it comes back, and you guys both stutter back and then go back at each other again, right? Mm-hmm. And then we see Jackie Chin's intro.
So Jackie Chin is a very common, like a half Asian, half American woman, very slim, attractive, all the right curves, wearing a black Cheongsam dress with like silver applique on it. So not actually dressed in fighting clothes. And she's got a bow staff. She stands in the ring very still, very centered. And then just as her massive, burly opponent comes hurtling at her, she does like a kick flip and balances with one hand on top of her bow staff straight up as though she's standing on a ladder and ducks the guy. And he crashes out of the ring. Victory, victory for Jackie Chin.
And she just have like this cool pose as the camera freezes on her.
Yeah, just with her staff out.
Chang Wang Fang as Jackie Chin. And then it comes back and we go over to Sue Yu.
She'll probably be dressed in like her like really elaborate kimono and be twirling and suddenly like pull bow and arrow, just shoot multiple times around and pause as she's like knocking in another arrow.
So you're just are you just riddling somebody with arrows?
I'm riddling a couple people in a circle with arrows.
I thought, was this a lethal tournament?
You can blunt arrows.
Okay.
We got katanas. I mean, there's only so much you can say is non-lethal with non-lethal weapons. I mean,
it's going to be lethal after.
I mean, in the context of a tournament, they'd be using probably wooden katanas, bokken.
Yeah, these ones will have like, the arrows can have.
This is the 80s, man.
That's true. even if it's feudal Japan, it's badly done 80s movie style. So we maybe don't.
They are all dead.
They all look metal. Everything
you
looks
just see
like
bodies
metal.
flying backwards.
And yeah, you don't really see a lot of blood right now, but you do see lots of limbs flying off, despite the fact that the next shot they have their arm back.
Yeah, every arrow she shot took off a limb.
And at one point, she shot to the same guy, and both times he lost his arm, and it was two different people behind him holding him. So it's that the budget's pretty low.
Yeah. It's
You don't have
basically
100
she's just
extras.
twirling a rain
Quit.
of arrows onto the
Quit talking about me budget on film. We tried to get what we can. So it pauses with like an arrow flying through the air, and we see like, you know, just like you've released it, and it's like Jin Blossom as Su Yu. We're like, wow, why is she killing so many opponents when everybody else is just fighting one? We'll find out in a minute. And then it finally comes over to the bearded cuttlefish.
So the scene pans to Cuddlebeard's opponent, and he's just kind of deep breathing in and out because Cuddlebeard is nowhere to be found. Eventually it pans and it pans and it pans, and even though he can't see Cuddlebeard, the actor is clearly wearing a costume that's meant to disguise him against the wall, and he's got this giant Brillo like beard, which is, and then so he's hidden because that is what a cuttlefish, that's one of its traits are. And then it does suddenly the cheap scene switch where he's no longer wearing the camouflage, he's wearing his, you know, his original, to give off the impression that, oh, he came out of his camouflage.
Like
and
the
he's like,
cloak throw.
yeah, kind of like, well, no, it's not even that. It's clearly like low budget. It's shot one, he's wearing like the camouflage,
shot cut.
and then shot cut, and he's suddenly back in this other one, and he's like, and he screams, and he's basically doing the sheer terror from the Yeller playbook. Scares the crap out of the guy, and the scene pauses, and Cuddlebeard is in like mid scream. His eyes are like going in different directions, and that's when it's like, Ryan Varquard as bearded cuttlefish, and then when it returns, he basically just shoves his beard in the guy's face, and the guy just collapses. And this guy he's kind of overweight too, and he's big, so he really doesn't fit like, you know, your standard ninja. So
He looks like a drunken ninja Friar Tuck.
yeah, exactly. It's just the only thing that's not within his mask or anything like that is his giant Brillo beard.
There we go. And we see these scenes, and we see you guys kicking a lot of ass. And we're not laughing because it's totally serious, because it's a ninja movie. And the different colors of the different JoJos and the different, like, the cons or the banners indicating the schools in each of the, I mean, it's like a giant pentagon ring or shaped ring. So there's a wall for everybody, or a corner for every team. There's a big pentagon shaped arena in the middle. You know, maybe no ropes, but like flat. And there's a lot of blood stains that have been wiped up. I think of Bloodsport, Van Damme movie. I love that movie. Anyway.
Perfect era to reference.
You know, and the sword's still sparkling above. And there's some announcers like, R5 Fightalist, fighting for the hand of Su Yu. Fu Lane, Jackie Chin, Tommy Ying, bearded cuttlefish, and for some reason, Su Yu herself. It's kind of like, everyone's like, huh?
What?
Elite entry.
I thought that was against the rules.
And in an unexpected tournament tradition, we will install a new tradition, a 5-way fight to victory. The first to grab the sword is the victor. And he's just like, throws his hand down, and everybody is like, you know, and we're like, all right, we see all these characters.
Immediately going, or just, I guess everybody just running off immediately, or?
It probably, but the thing is, all the lights suddenly go out, and it appears like some screams like, hey, what's going on, what's going on? And the lights go back up, or we hear like glass shatter. You guys feel glass raining down, and we kind of see like, what? And the lights go up, and the glass case out there is shattered and broken, and the sword is gone. And you just see you got this stereotypical ninja in black garb, but he's all black except for like the really bright blue bandana coming off and a bright blue belt that matches, and you can't see the face, but there's just like a large blue painted grin like this, like just roughly painted across the face of the mask, and he's got his hands on his hips and he's like wait a minute, what was the name of the sword again? Tenken. Tenken?
So we're dealing with feudal Joker.
Yes. It's like Tenken has been taken by my master. The real test for the sword begins now. Come and claim it if you can. The master assassin ninja awaits you. And then puff of blue smoke. The blue grin is gone. Actually, that's a second here. Let me do a rewrite on the script. I'm feeling though we need to see all of our characters in action together. So I feel as though he doesn't disappear. Good idea. We rewind a little bit. And so he's like, your first test begins now. And the blue grin flips down and lands perfectly in the middle of all 5 of you. And suddenly all these ninjas with blue grins to match. They're obviously just grunts.
Pouring out of every spot. It's dark.
Yeah, they come out of the woodwork and they're surrounding you guys on the outside with Blue Grin himself in the middle, and he's got double katana blades on his back. He's like, make the first move.
So,
And this move has officially begun.
I'm gonna start by trying to hop up, vault sort of over one of the grunts and start hopping across their heads towards him.
Towards who?
Towards the
main.
what was he called? The something grin?
The Blue Grin.
Blue grin. I'm gonna try to run across their heads or something.
He's actually standing in the middle of all. He's like in the middle. The 5 of you are around him, and then all the bad guys.
Oh, I thought they were in the middle around him.
Nope. Actually, I like that though. Let's set it up that way. You guys are on the outside, kind of as a group, and they come down and they circle around him, and then yes, you go to start hopping on each of their heads to go towards him, and that sounds to me like
Stunt.
it looks like you're doing some violence. Unless you do a playbook, which I can't see all your moves. You guys tell me. I'm just gonna say it sounds either like a stunts move or violence. But you're just trying to get to him right now, right?
I have better living through wisecracks, so that's a stunt thing.
Tell me about it.
Which it lets me roll plus swagger when performing a stunt move.
Oh. Okay, so you are doing a stunts move.
So I'm going to say, up we go, as I hop over the first guy's head.
All right, so let's make a stunts roll, but you can roll swagger instead of either muscles or agility. And you should be able just to roll the way it is.
Click.
We will see what kind of...
And no forward, I think?
Nope, I'll tell you if so, like...
All right.
It'll be applied, otherwise it's just your straight up move. Oh, a 9. And 7 and 9, the stunt is successful. Take +1 forward, so you get a +1 forward now. However, you left yourself in a precarious position. Choose one below. So, if you're looking at the stunts move...
Hold on, I gotta get back to that screen.
All right.
There's a lot of screens going on at once.
I know. You either... I can tell you the 5 options as well.
Let's see, stunts.
Third column, first one.
All right.
Here you go.
There you go.
I fall at the end.
Okay, so we see Tommy Ying, right? Bouncing, and you can narrate it too.
So he's bouncing from head to head, sort of like leaving them as he pushes off. They sort of go down because of the force, and at the end he makes a misstep, steps on somebody's shoulder instead, and they both go over sideways.
And you tumble, and you're looking up, and Blue Grin is over the top of you. You come right to me. I like that. And he goes to attack. But what happens next, guys? Remember, no initiative order. It's a narrative experience. We narrate together what happens. I see someone smiling.
I'm going to take an offensive stance and then do like a kind of like a quick 2-step runway walk towards the wall of bad guys around me, then do like a cartwheel flip that was obviously on wires, where it's like just a simple cartwheel, and then I go like 35 feet in the air and land inside the ring, and then go to block the blue grin from hitting Tommy Ying.
It sounds like a stunt move itself.
All right.
'Cause I'm looking at the basic moves. If you have a specific playbook move that actually...
No.
Okay, just let me know because I won't see it.
No.
8.
An 8. You also get to... It's successful, but you pick one of those as well. Lose something, you fall. Leave something behind, you hurt yourself for 1 harm. Or I make a move against you. And I have my own.
Take a move against me.
Make a move against you.
Oh.
Okay. Ooh, so many good things. Blend into the crowd. Really hurt. So you hop across, and you get down in the defensive position, right? And like, what kind of weapon do you have?
I've got my bow staff.
So his double katana slice comes down, and your bow staff like interjects right at the time, right? And he chunk double sword in there. He's like, oh, very good move, Jackie Chan. But the one I'm after is Su Yu. Her father and I have unfinished business. And everybody hears that, of course. Su Yu also hears that, like, what? My father and this guy? And that is my move against you with a little bit of information that comes out. What happens next?
I would.
Okay. Go for it.
I think Cuddlebeard, the bearded cuttlefish, is standard ninja fashion, is going to try to cut off the head of the closest opponent next to him, and he's going to use sheer terror. So, from the Yeller playbook. So
What's that do?
you can terrify people by yelling at them incoherently. And if I choose to do this, I have to roll muscle, but I also have Jakota, so whatever my muscle roll is, I get a +1 to that.
Okay, so you're doing muscles and you're doing sheer
Well,
terror.
that adds +1 to your muscle die. So like whatever track you had +1 to that muscle.
What's that?
So like most of the skills, your attributes start at max 2. That would make it where your muscles can now be a 3.
Oh, okay.
To,
Then
to start.
That's all right. Okay.
Yeah,
Then
that's why your muscles are a 3 actually, because they were originally a 2, and you just have a
Gotcha.
permanent 3. But you're doing sheer terror, so you are
We're
rolling.
cool like that.
So you're trying to kill this guy, and you're rolling a plus muscles.
Oh no.
So I got a 6.
Uh-oh.
So
On a 7 and 9, pick one of the.
On a miss, you strain
on a
your
miss,
lungs.
yeah.
Nothing happens. An enemy takes advantage of your openness. The director may move against you.
Okay. So
Dun dun dun.
so you yell incoherently and swing that beard at the ninja, right? And he catches it in his bow staff and it shears.
I swing with a katana.
Oh, you don't swing with a beard?
Nope.
Oh, okay. No, that's
So we
fine.
can't release a demon yet.
That's true.
Build up to that.
It's
You gotta
too
build
early.
up.
It's only the first scene. All right.
Stop spoiling the movie, director.
Sorry. So you swing and you strain as we just see this. It looks a little bad on film. That's kind of like it's a metaphysical result of the roles. Not only did it fail in the movie, but it also kind of fails when it looks bad as your katana clashes with the opponents. But it's obviously like the swords are flimsy and they just look kind of awful.
That's my favorite, is when swords get all wobbly on film.
I mean, they were wobbly, but not that wobbly.
Yeah,
The Chinese swords did that on purpose.
Willow.
So
Can I make a suggestion that when he screams incoherently, let's just say the actor, he strains his voice, and so before the scene changes, you hear him say cut, and then it like cuts to the next scene.
Okay. It does, and it's a bad cut, and suddenly the other ninja's holding your katana, and it's like, and he flips up into the air onto the wires that held the glass case, and you no longer have your katana. It's been taken from you. You might be able to get one back later, of course, but for now you are katanaless, and he jumps up. All right. these ninjas are like they fall forward and they start to attack you guys in droves. Tommy and Ying are in a precarious position in the middle. But let's hear what happens with Fu Lang and Su Yu, how they contribute to this fight. These ninjas all draw their swords and they suddenly are just coming out with flash of steel at you guys.
I'm gonna do one of my moves. It's time to reload because I used all my arrows in the first fight scene of shooting those guys.
All right. What does it's time to reload entail?
Time to reload is people don't usually run out of ammo in action movies unless it's dramatic to do so. Then you're the master of turning the reload into high drama.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna try to like run. That probably zooms into another quiver of arrows like hanging on the side. So I have to like go get that.
Okay.
So I have to roll a drama.
You roll plus drama? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what the...
Oh. Okay.
All right.
You're stuck where you are.
Yeah, stuck where you are. The director may make an immediate move against you.
You go for like you do some backflips to go for the arrows, but like 3 ninjas jump in front of you, swinging the blades, and you reflexively throw up your bow, and they chop your bow into 3 equal pieces, or 4 equal pieces actually, and your bow is splint, and it's like too much mulch and bark spreading everywhere. It's like way shredded, and you're left with no bow.
Well.
And roll 20 being yeah. Haters got to hate, don't they? All right. Fu Lang.
RN Jesus decided he wasn't happy.
I gotta ask, is Blue Grin the guy that we have a beef against? The one we want revenge on? Or do we not know that yet?
All we know is he interrupted the tournament. How dare he?
Well, he mentioned his master
Okay.
in his little initial soliloquy before it got rewound to him not leaving.
Yes. He didn't mention that in this version of the film, though, did he?
Yes, we'll say he did.
But we know
before-
it's his
before
master,
he
it's not him.
vanished.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
And he hasn't said
And
his...
do we know that his master is the one we have beef against?
I don't know
Tell me
yet.
that they're pretty stuck up that they leave their calling card or something.
We can do that later. That'd be fun to find out later.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
But he did
Oh,
say
he interrupt-
something about he had unfinished business with Su Yu's father.
So I guess he interrupted the tournament. How dare he?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. He stole my sword, that
Lang-
jerk.
It's gonna look, and he'll stand. He was just standing there, like kind of not paying attention to the best part because he was looking at Su Yu, and then he turns back and he sees all this fight, and he's like, "Oh," and then Su Yu gets attacked, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's just golden," and he's
That's just golden.
Very good.
Did you just
and
do
he
a
punches.
Did you just do a killer one-liner?
Is that what I did?
He totally did.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I think you roll plus swagger first, and then we can see you can do your muscles after that. But if you do killer one-liners, there's a move called killer one-liner. We'll talk about. Oh, we haven't talked about camaraderie, which is a group stat. We will talk about that
So I got a
maybe at
9
the end of the night.
on the killer one-liner. Pick one of the following. When you live,
Would you roll a 9?
9
Yeah.
as above, on 7 to 9 as above, but also pick one of the following.
So the camaraderie pool is you're going to start at 0. It can go from -3 to +3. You can use the camaraderie move over to the right, which gives you guys a real big boost. But it always goes down 1 in your pool every time you make the roll. But if you end the movie with your camaraderie score at a max of 3, you guys get extra experience points at the end. So with a killer one-liner, you can either take +1 forward for yourself to your next roll or add +1 to camaraderie.
I'm going to go with the +1 forward at this time.
Okay. Which means you're going to go a muscles roll right after this, right?
Correct.
You're gonna be like,
And
that's his golden. You just...
and since I rolled the 9, it says also pick one of the following.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say someone is enraged and immediately attacks you.
Okay. So you say this is golden as you start punching into these ninjas?
The ones attacking Su Yu. I don't care about that other guy. The other guy, those are guys. They're fine.
The blue grin is like, what? How dare you fight with your fists and not your weapons? This is a tournament. And he's like, that doesn't make sense. And he flips and he immediately comes at you. Like he's in the air. He's flipping like 300 times and he comes out with his blades and he's coming down on you as you're like looking up, punching this guy out of your way and he's coming down at you. What happens next?
What does he hit?
That's it just doesn't necessarily mean he immediately attacks you. The result of your guys' rolls are how I react. So I'm just narrating.
I want to.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Oh.
What's that?
I want to throw my sword to try to block his blow.
That sounds like a stunt move.
All right, so. Oh no, you don't. Better living through wisecracks again.
Okay.
So that's plus swagger.
So you were up. Jackie Chan blocked the blow that would have killed you, and then the blue grin jumps away, and you're just like, "Oh no, you don't!" And you just throw the sword way too accurately, hopefully, and do the stunt roll with your cool swaggerness. Oh, you got a 7?
Yep. So some guy whacks me from behind, I guess.
So you take +1 forward. Did you add +1 to your roll this time?
Oh, I didn't.
Okay.
That's an 8 now.
Okay,
I
it's
suppose.
still the same result, but you get another +1 forward to your next roll, and you can choose one of the following: you fall, you lose something, you leave something behind, you hurt yourself, or I make a move against you. But it's your choice.
Make a move against me.
Make a move against you.
Such bravery.
I think this guy comes down and your sword gets in the way. It somehow comes across his field of vision like horizontally, and as he's hitting the swords down, and it blocks it, and it looks bad, and the sword bounces away, and he's like, "Oh, no, you do not know how to fight with honor," and he chucks the sword, and suddenly his katana is buried in your chest, Tommy, as you take 2 harm.
Can I smile through the pain?
What does that do?
You're not the biggest, fastest, coolest, meanest. Physical punishment only serves to make you look cooler. So, when you take harm, dig deep into that core of resolve and roll plus swagger. Can I use that, or can I use 1 move a turn? How's that work?
Well, this is a activated thing. It's when you take harm, you do this.
Okay, so I'll roll plus swagger then.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, if it's not going to hurt him, can I take the katana from his chest and get my weapon back?
Oh!
Yep. He
Plus,
So
I forgot to add the forward again.
Well, then you would have.
But I don't think I needed it.
You have 15. I'm going to come back to you, Bearded, but yes, I would say. Well, here's the thing. So the katana is flying through the air, and let's see, it sticks in your chest, right? When you take harm, and you took 2 harm.
Yep.
You get to pick. You get to hold 2, so you have 2 holds, which means you can spend them whenever you want on these 4 options below, right?
Yep.
And
so.
But I would like to see. So it's sticking in you, and you just sit there. This young kid, this younger guy out of the group, right? And it's just sticking. And then I think, do it, Bearded.
You just want me to role play it?
No, you don't have to. You can just narrate what you do.
Okay, Bearded Cuttlefish goes up to him. He's like, "I'm gonna take that from you." And he grabs the hilt.
I need this.
Puts his foot on his chest and just pulls it out.
Blood just goes.
The pressure hose.
And Tommy Ying still stands, and then Blue Grin's like, "You might be the one after all." And he jumps up onto the same cable the other ninja was. And he's like, looks down and he's like, "Follow me if you dare, if you can manage it." And he hops out the skylight window, breaking through the glass. Now you have 2 holds. I didn't let you spend them right away, but you can.
Yeah, I've just marked those down.
Yep.
So first, I want to spend 1 to inspire my fellows with my unflappable nature, plus 1 camaraderie.
All right.
Woohoo.
So.
I should have to see if your camaraderie is, if it starts at 3 or if it starts at 0 and you can build up to it. I'll have to look it up. It's in the core.
And I'll just hold on to that next one, I suppose. Or do I have to use it now?
No, you have to hold that one.
Nope, they're holds. So you can hold them and spend them when you wish to.
All right, so I spent 1, I'm going to hold the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to say I've got to follow him and do one of those really bad, obviously on a wire, hops right up through the skylight. You know, like something you'd see out of Power Rangers where they jump and their legs are flailing as they go up.
Okay. Does everybody follow?
Yeah, I'm going.
All right.
So
So
I'm grabbing another bow and quiver, but yeah.
You should just have the bow and quiver in the next scene.
Oh, it's suddenly
Yeah.
I suddenly have it again.
We all have our weapons back in the next scene. Nobody forgot to think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fu Ling is literally like everyone's jumping and Fu Ling just kind of tosses her.
Yeah.
She just kind of do that step
The whole-
up, the Chinese style, where they
There you go.
step on things lightly and jump really high. He's doing that like, yeah,
The bearded
Yeah.
cuttlefish. He just leans his head back, and the beard
yeah,
directs him.
Helicopter
grappling
beard.
hooks.
the beard pulls
It's
him
shooting
up.
out like the things in Attack on Titan where it just latches
Oh
on.
yeah,
Oh,
he's
it
going
stabs
full
it- the
Cthulhu with
beard
this thing.
The beard stabs through the roof and pulls him up.
Yeah.
This is the best beard foo I've ever seen. I love it.
He is strong with beard too.
Then guy just busts through the floor. He misses the hole entirely.
Makes another skylight.
Whoops, I missed it.
So, where is this Where is this tournament taking place? Are we in a city? Are we somewhere in nature?
I think we're in the city. We get to run
It's
across.
rooftop scene.
Rooftops.
Yeah, we're doing the rooftop scene. But the villain, you can see him leaping rooftop to rooftop over there to the snowy mountain that is like immediately outside of the city.
Yeah.
And there's a storm over
It's
there.
weirdly no elevation until it's snowy mountain. There's like
exactly.
it looks
Just
like we're
up
all
there.
level with it until we get close. Then it's impossibly
And then it's
tall.
up here.
Or just
Yep.
one of those where we go up and you suddenly see this big old mountain and it like pans back like it's right there.
Yeah.
And sees us jumping from roof to roof like, well, please.
Well, the blue grin is taking you on a chase scene. He and like the ninjas he left behind are now with him, of course, or whatever. Or there are other ninjas, who knows? And there's like 10 ninjas following him as they're hopping across the rooftop, and you guys are suddenly in pursuit, right?
Little ninja foo running through the city.
That's right. And just like Kill Bill Part 1 and 2, maybe even 3, we're gonna do this scene, and this will be what happens. So, let's see if they get the blue grin tonight, guys, or if it's gonna be next week. What's going on? What do you guys do? Tommy kind of jumps up first. I think everybody else, like Suyu, gets thrown up through from Fu Lang, who follows. Bearded cuttlefish pulls himself up by his beard, and it'll never not be funny. And Jackie Chin also looks cool in some way because she's just smooth moves, is what she is.
I would like to lead off because
Okay.
I think I bust through the floor like
Yeah.
just like head
You
first,
burst through the
bullet through,
roof.
and then
Yeah.
I just land on the side of the hole, and I'm like, they're that way, and I go running, I grab Tommy and just chuck him.
Don't toss the dwarf.
And I was like, they're going over there. He said you're the it, and he just tosses it towards them.
So, but as you run across the rooftop, you need to like have shattered roof tiles as you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Like
Just busting holes, just smash through I like elbow out of my way a chimney that's oddly enough made out of brick for this
a
scene.
very English chimney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the two pipes and they just explode. Then it just grabs Tommy and as he's running, he's just whoa.
So that sounds like you're doing a muscle stunt there, or a stunt.
Yeah, I'm doing a muscle stunt. I'm gonna take my +1 forward and hopefully get a 30 million. Close enough.
Oh, he did. You were cool with stunt, and you were attempting. You feel like total badass doing it. You take another +1 forward, or you can pass it to one of the other PCs instead if you can work them into the stunt.
Tommy gets another +1 forward.
All right.
Keep throwing.
So I'm throwing you towards the main guy. So you're now flying in the air towards him.
Okay, so as he's flying through the air, he's going to fall just short of this massive gap in the roof he got thrown over. I'm going to pick up some roofing tiles and fling them across the chasm to act as stepping stones
Oh my
for him
God.
to finish it out.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
that's a stunt.
This is great.
What is that?
All right.
It sounds like a stunt to me, Jackie.
It's
Chan.
a stunt. I'm going to use... Oh, shoot. What was the thing I was just looking at? It's one of the basic moves.
Well, we haven't gone over all of them yet, which I probably should have. But I think you got duck and
It's just a stunt, basically. Sorry, no, it's a stunt, but I'm using my movie move of Nimble Extreme. So I'm gonna like chuck these things so they're like
And
perfect
you get a
flying
plus one
discs.
to it. You get a
Yeah,
plus
so you get a
one to
plus
it.
one.
Your what move?
It's called Nimble Extreme.
Ah,
He picked that as his movie
yeah.
move.
Okay, wasn't sure.
He has plus one to all stunt moves based on dexterity.
Right.
This would definitely count because he's fling, 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 fling.
There we go.
Booyah.
Oh, now remember, if any of these were highlighted stats, either of the 2 highlighted stats you got 10 plus on, don't forget to do a star power tick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've been using swagger this entire time.
As long as you got a 10 plus, you can go back up through the rolls. Then that's when it counts. Not
The
just
star power or star power tick?
ticks.
One.
Not
Okay.
not star power. Star power you get at the end of the movie.
Okay.
All right. So star power ticks. Yep. I know it's hard to remember that because it's
You said only rolls over 10.
yeah 10
Yeah.
plus on the 2 highlighted stats, the one that's already highlighted on your playbook and the one I told you at the beginning. So that basically has the directors going, hey, you typecast like this, but I'm trying to spread out your acting prowess by having you focus on this in the movie. That's kind of what it's.
And yet I'm still just straight up, boom,
Yep.
throw.
So
Screw your desires.
he gets thrown. The tiles come. He steps lightly across the tiles onto the next rooftop. Tommy's still going. All the 4 of you are following. What happens next? The blue grin's like looking back, and you see like his grin, kind of like dips down a little bit as he was not expecting that you guys were so close. and
Tommy
then-
is just like flying through the air. Like,
I think we have. Let's see. I'm gonna use my shurikens to. And am I in range of some of the mooks?
Yes, the mooks. Yeah, you basically hit the rooftop right behind them, and you catch up, and then your crew is
you're
right
like,
behind
So
you.
I'm
you're like
gonna-
above them at this point.
Yeah.
It may be,
So as we do that, I'm gonna throw the shuriken, try to get the mooks out of the way,
all right,
so we
so
can find out what this guy's after and why he stole the sword.
all right, so you typically reload. So you throw a handful that do 1 harm each, and they're close range, which is easy. So yeah, you just let it fly, and we'll just see what happens with the result. That sounds like a violence move, probably violence agility, but you can do muscles
you
or
got 2
agility.
forwards you can use too.
Oh yeah, you got your plus 1 forward, and it's definitely a violence roll.
Okay, violence, agility, plus 1 forward. I'm gonna substitute swagger for another stat for the duration of my next move by using my other hold.
Oh, okay. So swagger plus 1, looking really cool. It's not necessarily, it is agility, but it is muscles, but it's neither. It's actually just looking totally Bruce Willis cool as you run across these. And give us that swagger roll for violence.
All right.
Ooh, you got to 7 though. Whew, just barely got. Good thing you had that plus 1 forward. Holy crap. Okay, so on a 7 and 9, let's see, choose 1. You inflict harm, but you take some too. You inflict harm, but are driven back. You inflict harm, but a friend is hurt.
I
Bad
inflict harm, but take some harm as well.
Okay.
I kind of like your friend is hurt badly in the fight myself.
Well, you guys, how would you get hurt though?
Well, I did just throw you, so I could have fallen off the roof throwing
Right.
you.
Pull the shoulder.
Also, he's already at the bad guy, which means that we are automatically transported to the same fight circle.
Oh,
So, I like that. I like
All right.
these. I'll take the harm.
all right.
All right, 1 harm for you, Fulang, and like
I
there's-
don't. I'm going to play dead.
But you get knocked off the rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is a.
Okay.
Take the harm,
This
and
is-
then I poof.
I will declare this is a once per movie move. Is this when you want to use it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They just disappear.
Okay. So it's not long. It's the movies. He throws, and then he comes down. The shurikens go, and you like 2 of the ninjas fall, and they just tumble, and they're like way dead with too much blood. How does it look, Fuling? Like you throw Tommy.
I threw Tommy, and I'm still running like super fast, but I plow into the building below
Mm-hmm.
where that group of ninjas now is. And so as he's throwing the stars, they're hitting the same exact area I am, and when the dust settles, there's no sign of me.
Oh man, a couple ninjas.
Fulang!
The golden ninja is gone. Several of the other ninjas are fallen with the blue grins. painted
The
here.
only thing left is a few seconds, as the next, the rest of the team starts to jump past that area, out comes the golden sash, just kind of floats
Fluttering in the wind. It's caught on
Crossing
like
the moon.
Yeah.
it's caught on. It's caught on like a stick or a pipe or something, but it's still fluttering like a flag, kind of.
Even better, it's not stuck on a stick; it's stuck on one of your shrunken.
Oh yeah, it's stuck into the wall
it
by a
flaps.
shuriken.
Yeah.
That's great.
And it only flaps when you guys run through, so it's like
That's perfect.
I'm still there. So dramatic.
And he's gone. Mark 2 XP for yourself for your fake death, because supporting cast all get 2 XP when they die. With this move, you can get death twice in a movie, which is excellent XP. But yeah, take 2 XP out of character here, and then back in. He's gone. You barely have time to notice. Maybe Sue or Bearded like see this happen, or even Jackie as they run by, like, oh man, one fell, and you guys keep going because you guys have this. Sue and Jackie at least have a relationship with Fulang in some way, and you see your comrade go down. Jackie, you've used to him disappearing, but we don't really know that he does it a lot yet. We're just like, oh.
Yeah, I don't look down at his death.
Okay.
Like I note it and do not acknowledge it.
All right. I think everybody has time to do one more move or try one more thing before
right.
we call it for the evening.
I'm going to, again, do another super wired high flip over top of Tommy and then try to come down, like vault with my bow staff, flip in there, and then come out with both of my katana, kind of like overhead slash.
And are you going for the mooks or boss man? You got about 8 ninja left surrounding the blue grin.
I will go for... I'm going to try to take out two of the henchmen. I'm going to pole vault by planting one, my bow staff into one, vault off, and then try to take the sword off and take the head off of the other one.
That sounds brilliant. That sounds like a violence move to me.
It's a violence one.
Muscles or agility?
Oh, agility.
Choose one below. So your katana does 2 harm, so that's enough to kill the mooks.
Okay. And then I will take an injury.
All right, so how does it look when you take 1 harm?
So I vaulted, took the head off. I slip on a broken tile.
Oh, one of the tiles you threw maybe from before.
Yeah, there's like a broken tile from someone. And end up falling and laying my leg out to the side, very ladylike, and wincing as I touch it.
I like the idea that at that moment you do fall, you play it off really well, but you're looking off camera because that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Like, ow. Oh, I want to do something, and it's going to involve Mr. Beard right there.
Well, perfect. Suyu, Bearded Cuttlefish, and Tommy Ying can each have one more move, and then we'll call part 1 here.
How many? Go ahead.
You have 6 moves left.
I'll say that you guys are all kind of like in front of me, so I want to jump up and like use his back and head to jump into the air to shoot at the main guy.
Who? Bearded?
Yeah.
So you run up his back, bounce off his head, pull out your bow,
Yep.
and you shoot at the blue grin.
Yeah, I'm using you as a step ladder, buddy.
Nothing can go wrong with that, but that sounds like a violence move to me.
Yep. So that is agility.
Muscles or agility, yes, unless you have a move that tells you can use something else. But it's muscles or agility for this one. We have some moves we're gonna have to get through next time. Emote, love scenes. Oh man, don't forget killer one-liners are always something you can just throw in there. Whoa, boom. Choose on a 10+, choose 3 off that list. If you can see it there under the violence move. Inflicting he's a boss character, so 2 harm take care of most mooks. Bosses are usually 3 or more harm. So your bow does 2 harm. And this is perfect that you're attacking the blue grin. I think I feel as though inflicting terrible harm for an extra harm is probably one of the 3 you want to pick, but I won't.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
And so those are okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so +1 harm. Target's knocked down.
He's also going to die because you inflict 3 harm on him.
I can't kill him though, can I? Oh no,
Yes.
he's not the main guy.
He's not the main
Okay.
villain.
Yeah, so inflicts extra harm, gets knocked down, something explodes.
We need an explosion.
We need an explosion.
Okay, so you inflict terrible harm, you knock him down, so he's going to fall off a building onto something that explodes, but he has to do his last villain. So tell me how. Okay, so you shoot him with a bow, right? Like how many arrows? Like what you go off bearded cuttlefish, and you're just up in your.
He's a porcupine. I'm just like one after the other kind of into him.
There's way too many arrows that you shoot for being in the air that long. It's like,
You should launch like 5 arrows.
oh,
He's only got 3, like 8 arrows. Like boom, 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 boom. He's got like 3 in him.
Yeah.
Like just.
All mass. Like.
Or the other way, you shoot 3, but you see him like as a quill.
so
Yeah, I'll shoot one and he's like covered.
he turns back as the onslaught's happening to his men, and that's when he gets hit with these arrows in the chest. And I think, he has the blue grin painted here. You put arrows into him, goes, it makes a grin of arrows, and he's just like, oh, oh. And he stops on the edge of the roof, and he goes, I guess I won't get that chance to see your father again, but
Oh, fuck.
I guess
Yeah,
you will
a script is
soon.
slowing down my computer. Hold on.
It's okay. This line's for Sue Yu.
No, I'm just, things may get wonky on my end for a bit.
Well, it's not like you're the leader or anything. Oh, crap. Anyway, he's just like, I may not have that final meeting with your father, but Sue Yu, you will see him again. And somebody's talking through a face full of arrows, and then he falls backwards onto this big, I don't know, what explodes back in fetal. He falls onto all these miscellaneous red-marked barrels, like in a video game, that in feudal Japan, of course, contains some kind of combustible liquid, and it just goes... And the whole part of the building explodes. And as you guys are all like picking yourselves up off the ground, all the rest of the ninjas were, of course, killed, but none of you were.
I was.
Well, Fu Lang is not
Yeah,
there,
you
but
were.
Jackie Chin stands. And you guys all get your feet cool. Shoot, Bearded Cuttlefish had one last thing to happen before the explosion. Bearded Cuttlefish, did you have something else you wanted to do that was cool before, kind of at the same time? I'll rewind it a little bit.
I just figured if there were any of the ninjas left, I was going to try to take them out.
Yes.
They'd probably stand there looking at the guy falling as you're taking him out.
I think Jackie Chin, Tommy, and Sue Yu are all picking themselves up. All the other ninjas are dead, and then just Bearded Cuttlefish and one ninja are off to one side, completely untouched by this. They look at everything, and they look back at each other. And the one ninja's like, and what do you do?
I will try to chop him in half.
With your katana?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to see the beard go.
He's saving the beard, I think. Oh, man.
Well, if I fail on the bearded, the playbook, I get a deformity. So I'm being careful with that because roll 20 is roll 20.
Yeah, very true.
Well, make a violence roll.
Okay.
Muscles or agility?
Let's see. Let's do muscles for this one.
Very dumb. I didn't think that I was going to roll that good.
All right.
Inflict harm but take some too. Inflict harm but are driven back.
So
Inflict harm but a friend is hurt badly in the fight.
okay. So
I love the laughter.
He's going to throw the guy at me.
so
That's what I was thinking.
so like you said, the guy he holds himself up like this. So then the bearded cuttlefish just like takes it, and he just doesn't say anything, and he slices him vertically from head right through his torso. But then he loses footing. So what he actually does is he falls into the guy as he splits in half, and he just topples over. So he topples over, and this wasn't planned. This was not scripted. Like the actor fell into the prop stuff.
Too much goo.
Yes, but they just decided to keep it in. So, he cuts him in half vertically, but he falls into him, and he basically is like he's in between both sides of this ninja, with all of the prop goo and getting all over him.
But when you split the guy in half, it starts off as a really bad mannequin, and then it kind of like and like awkwardly
right. It's
falls
obviously
in
a
half.
paper. It's obviously a paper mache head.
Right. Just gotta.
But there's so much goo, like more than anybody could possibly even have.
It's like it's like Evil Dead. Like there's so much blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They use real pig guts. You fell in real pig guts. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. There you go.
Now, I have to ask you, Bearded Cuttlefish, were you driven back or did you take harm? What was the result there?
I figured that was kind of the driven back one, because instead of like falling backwards, I just fell. I figured.
Now you're stuck.
It fell forward.
I fell forward into prop guts.
Okay, it's kind of funny. Maybe it wasn't meant to be, but they kept it in, like you said, so it's funny.
Exactly. No, it was not meant to be. The actor tripped.
Cost too much to cut it out. It was fine.
As he's picking himself up, like getting the slap off. I think we have a moment of like that guy's dead. We're thinking about what the blue grin said to Su Yu, and we're kind of remembering what happened to Fu Lang.
For the wrap things up, I want to take this time to emote over the death of
Fu Lang.
Yeah.
Ooh. What do you? So you're gonna pick an emotion to convey via speech or physical?
Sadness.
Okay.
Fu Lang was the first person that Jackie Chan and I got to know after we left the ruins of our village. He was a friend to us, and now he's gone.
Perfect.
And so, I think that's melodramatic.
Yep.
So I'll
roll plus drama.
While you say this, I'm going to go over to wherever that scarf is and pick it up and like wrap it around me.
Yep.
Like tie it as a sash or something.
Yep.
It is uncommonly large for a ninja rep.
Right. It's like 4 times around.
And I don't think I'm carrying anything forward.
No, nope. I think you're straight. I think you're standard now. Ooh, but you're rolling 9. So, choose a PC or an NPC to witness your emotional display. He or she feels the same emotion as you. It is up to the director to decide how the witness reacts.
I would think that thematically it would be Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
If the PC acts on the emotion, he or she takes +1 forward. So if you, likewise, in a melodramatic fashion, go with the same emotion, you get a +1 forward starting out next week when we come back.
That works. That goes with the whole scarf thing.
I think that was it. I think that was you doing that, was you being part of that, and you wrap it around, and we look at you, and just kind of, it starts to cut, then comes back, and then cuts again because it was a bad sham cut.
And then you like the silhouette in the sky is the.
It's gonna be a silhouette of the moon and all of us lined up there, ready for the next scene.
And the golden ninja in the background for a few seconds.
And we roll credits on this part 1 of The Romance of the 5 Dojos, Action Movie World, the Ninja Movie. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. That story came together. I was like, the thing is, as a GM, you want to plan the adventure, and you can't because you have to build, like Dungeon World, you have to kind of build it with everybody and then kind of really improv. But now I have a week to go, what other cool scenes can we play? And we'll be doing that. So I'm going to pass it from the lead, who's Tommy Ying, and we will go round robin to Cuttlefish, Su Yu, Fu Lang. And I'll let Fu Lang talk about Tuesday coming up here, and then Jackie Chan, and then we will be cutting for the night. So thank you to everybody who came out today. Frost Jaeger, who was our biggest chatter, of course, and everybody else who was in the audience. We really appreciate you being here. I'll go to Tommy Ying. I'm Louis Grant.
I'm Louis Grant, a new actor on the block, and happy to be a part of this production because it means I have a paycheck. And I think I'll pass it just to do we do it on the bar on our thing or just on the overlay?
It was Jackie.
I'll pass it to Bearded Cuttlefish.
See you next time.
Standard, lots of talking. All right.
I guess that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad I'm finally not in a movie that is sexist, and I could kill things.
Oh, we just haven't got to that part yet.
The
Yes.
premise of the original setup was inherently like that.
I, on the fly, have decided that Fuling is actually in love with Jackie, but has to be with Suyu so he can get the sword.
Oh, that is great.
Nice.
I love
That's
this
just
story.
like after everything got started, I'm like, that's funny.
That's funny.
Yep.
I can
You've
think of some
accepted his
drama for
fate
that
because
as
it's-
well.
Well, it's
There's drama
Japanese,
everywhere.
so it's very, I have to do my duty, which is I gotta save the one I love. I have to be with the one I don't. Well, there you go. That's what you gotta do. Whether or not that's really what's happening in this movie or not, that's beside the point.
Nope, it works.
It's his subplot.
It's motivation. Yep. Thank you, Suyu. Or I'm sorry, Fayt. Or did you already go?
I went and then I don't know.
Oh, tell us about Tuesdays real quick, Paul Thompson, and then we'll go over to Jackie Chin.
Okay. Tuesday, we're going to start next week with Alien, the role-playing game. Yet again, we are planned to do the cinematic that I'm holding here as well. I don't know if it's 100% seeable, but it's the Chariot of the Gods. We're going to be down a person. So what I've done is devise up a slight prequel for the people that will be here so they can still play parts of this lovely little thing just slightly before the game starts officially. So that way two people at least that will show up will be already in character and used to their characters, which their characters are also the support characters of a lot of the stuff. They're not really,
We die.
they're not
It's an alien game. We're gonna die, just like the last
they're
one.
not the soldiers. They're workers. They're
Look.
worker bees, and I'm working really hard to highlight that and make it dangerous. So they could have the possibility of death, but there won't be any, unfortunately, aliens in that particular episode because then they'd already be dead.
There will be eventually, though. It's gonna happen.
But the next thing, this module is set in the Prometheus timeline, and actually some of the ships in it are exactly that ship, the Prometheus, with different paint schemes on them. So this system will be using the Neomorphs instead of the original style aliens. So they're a little more difficult to avoid getting hurt by these things.
Whatever. The regular xenomorph was so hard to avoid getting killed by.
These things.
Look,
are
it's
in
an
your
alien
blood.
movie. It's a horror
I
movie.
know.
Yeah, these
don't
things
fight
have
them, you
microscopic
die.
motes.
Mm-hmm.
These things can infect you, and I'll tell you an hour later. Oh, yeah, by the way, roll this dice. Oh,
And you're dead.
you're dying.
That's exactly
Anywho,
it. Thank you.
That's what I got.
Thank you,
That's because unfortunately
Soundwavesghost.
everybody runs around without helmets on in those.
Doesn't matter the acid blood though. Oh my gosh. All right, take us home, Chang Wang Fang, Jackie Chin.
All right, I'm Thaddeus X Machina, and for those of you who didn't know, a baby alpaca is known as a cria, and the act of alpacas giving birth is called creation.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing.
Fact
That's a whole-
with some dad joke. Okay.
All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you for your fact every week. I love it.
I'm out of here. Have a good night.
Yeah, that's Tim. All right, we are all out of here. I am Lucasgvariety. I want to give a shout out to Ian Williams, who is the creator of Action Movie World. He was actually kind enough to talk to me on Twitter and retweet as I told him we were going to do this. So hopefully he'll watch and later, and hopefully he'll appreciate the work that we did. I think we can make him proud. I hope so, Ian. It's for you. Thank you for making an awesome game. We've had a fun time tonight. We're going to come back next week, Sunday night, same Ninja time, same Ninja channel, 8 to 10 Eastern. And then we will also reserve the one after that just in case. And then Sunday night gamings will be moving to Friday night gamings as we come back with Robotech the Macro Saga Season 2 with Harukajunko as our GM. So anyways, my name is Lucasgvariety. I better get my transitions ready because I'm not set up. But it doesn't matter. So until next time, until Tuesday, good night, God bless, and good gaming. See you guys later. Action Movie World out. And cut.